Alright. What's up, everyone? Happy Wednesday, October 8th. This is gonna be me going over some stock requests from my X people. So we'll do it kind of as I do every day in the on the Discord, on streams, on voice chat streams, and we'll just speak as many as I can to talk about from what you guys chose here. I'll give you my thoughts, some flows, some charts, some whatever if relevant, and we'll go from there. So first of all, let's see what we got. What the heck is this? Why is this trending? Okay, whatever. You, I see getting some likes. Tesla getting some likes. SoundHound. All right, let's just start. We're gonna try to throw as many as possible, and if I can't talk or break down obviously all of them, which I can't, I'll try to give you guys at least for the ones that I do know to give you some of my thoughts. I see we got a lot of requests and we got a lot of bots as always. So okay, let's start with you. I see you guys have like 7 likes, so that's that. First of all, happy S&P 500 new record high on the day, so beautiful. Happy all-time highs to those who celebrate. And obviously AMD, holy freaking A. What a trade, what a position, amazing, great job everyone who's in this. Now Unity. All right, so first of all, nothing I talk about here obviously is advice, not type of advice, not financial advice, not tax advice. Everything I say and speak is my thoughts, my positions, my plan, and what I plan on doing, what I see. Don't take anything from here as any type of advice. Be smart obviously and trade your plan. Now we're gonna obviously flip to this into a log, right? So Unity software. I can't talk too much because again it's a video to cover a lot of stocks, but there's a lot I want to say. So let me just try and first of all kind of give you what I see from here and overall thoughts. We'll do it kind of the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? I'm long Unity, as you guys know. I like the stock. For me, it's a long-term hold. I have a disclaimer. I have shares and I have call options. I'm patient because I have all the way to 2027, right? I don't trade it at all. Unity, use stock short term. I just don't. It's not one of the stocks that I trade this way. It's a deep value play for me, right? I've been following the company ever since before even the IPO years ago. And when they did and had the merger with Iron Source and everything, I really started to pay attention. And again, $20 and below, that's when I really, really liked it. And you guys know I was very loud about buying Unity below 20 and liking it here. So had a heck of a move all the way to almost 50, 47 basically. Now it's trading at 36. So we have the sell covered call if you're a paper hand channel, right? Which I always joke that this is probably going to play out every time. And it did play out every time when it touched my channel. But I don't sell covered calls on Unity because again, I don't sell calls on covered calls on stocks that I like. And I want the position long term, right? But again, it did play out. So anyone who didn't listen to me, great job. Anyone who did listen to me and buy below 20, also great job. You guys are chilling in the green. I still like it. There are some things that aren't as great, like for example, Unity Insiders. It's all pre-planned sales, right? But they're selling a lot of it. Now again, I have some tinfoil about it. It's a lot of the of them kind of diverting into a vector and the other ventures, which we can't really call it a venture, but you know, the other aspects of their business, which is a great thing. That's one of the bets I make here, right? Is being long. And I also talked about lately, I'll just talk quick short term as well. We talked about in the Discord how we had a lot of $40 puts that kind of looked, there was a bit of a skew, right? So they bought a lot of puts with solid delta, but we're in the money of a delta that normally would be over the money. So once it slowly drifts lower, they get more negative delta pressure. And then, you know, if bulls don't step in, which they really didn't, you saw some downside lately. For me, I don't really pay too much attention to it. I mean, it's cool to see stonks just go up all the time, but it's not gonna happen unless it's Well, yeah. So we're in golden pocket right now, right? And that's all-time low to all-time high. That's a reverse fib cycle that we've been monitoring for a long time now. You want to hold between 36 to 39. That's pretty important, right? Like you really want to hold this. So yeah, the puts that we have talked about, they paid, and now they are actually starting to unwind. So they're slowly scaling out and closing their puts. So now sitting at 36, it looks interesting. Again, I don't trade it short term, just trying to kind of help you guys and giving you some ideas about this. And yeah, for me, nothing's changed. I mean, I can talk about flows, I can talk about the company and what I expect next, but really nothing changed. All the 2026 calls that I did have the call options, I'm already out. I was out even before this moved to the high 40s. I was kind of out here at the golden pocket area. So this obviously paid very well as well. But from there, as I've said, what you do have here, I can show you quick. You just don't have a lot of big money participating, right? You have a lot of calls being traded on newly listed contracts. And you got to remember, a lot of calls that you'll see close to the bid in this market is actually buyers. For me, it happens a lot, maybe for you guys as well. But you see a lot of fills. Let's say I place a limit next to the bid and actually get a fill. Spread stays as it is, but I get a fill closer to the bid even though I buy calls. Same opposite, I can sell calls and get a fill at the ask. That's how the markets roll right now, which is good. But just keep it in mind when you're looking at flows. It's more about the timing, the Greeks. Sometimes bid can actually be buys and opposite. So again, not too much right now. We obviously talked already about the biggest trades, which was this one, the only one above 1 million in the last few weeks. And what they actually did is the risk reversal. They closed it and look at the fills way below bid. So that's showing you that someone was very, they rushed to close this position, right? It's urgency, what I like to call. And then what they did, they actually shorted also below bid the call for October 3rd, 44.5. So these were money for them. Obviously, 44.5 when they open on September 30th. We got to do 7 days, which is this one, right? Over here. This expired worthless, so money. Almost 600 grand that they got for basically nothing. So this was kind of a signal that, okay, selling calls here could be actually solid, or hedging with puts. I bought a bit of puts at some point just to kind of hedge my position, and I took profits just to, not even as a trade to, trade downside, but more as a hedge against my positions. And again, I took profits on the puts, and that's it. So now that's what we want to watch, 36 to 39. That's what I want to see next. I want to see the bullish risk reversals, or just overall some smart money. Okay, smart money, that's what I want. A bit of put sellers, a bit of call buyers. You're just going to see a lot of noise overall on a name like you, especially with the amount of retail traders that are participating here. But the key, especially from here in October, before earnings begin in November, smart money flows are back on strong watch because you don't have as many degens right now. So it's kind of what you want to see. And again, 36 support. You don't want to break below it. If you did, I mean, if it really falls more, maybe I'll buy more. But I always said, I'm not in a spot where I want to buy, not even now at 36. I'm not adding anything. I like my position. I'm not selling anything either. And that's where I stand right now. If it falls lower, we can talk. Maybe we can buy more. But for now, I like it as it is and kind of let the flows guide us. Okay, and again, super, as I've said, the next 2-3 earnings reports are super crucial for Unity because we have to see more than potential. We gotta see it actually translated into numbers. So yeah, still like the stock obviously, still can trade around it if you want, but flows on October are gonna be a strong watch. For now, the puts are unwinding, so that's why I'm saying I believe like if we can consolidate, compress a little bit for a week or so, pretty soon we can actually start potentially seeing the bull stepping in. So that's what we want to eye and watch. And all right, so that's that. Next, we said Tesla also 5 likes. I see 11 BMNR and you BMNR just and you Kersdale short, hilarious. But you I just talked about. Okay, we cool. So let's do Tesla. All right. Tesla. So first of all, Tesla. A quick background, guys, for anyone who doesn't know. For me, Tesla is one of the stocks that I like to trade the most. But Tesla is so much I can say, man. I only trade the macro moves, right? For years now, that's what I've been trading. Whether it's downside, upside, I look for big squeezes after kind of a, whether capitulation, selling climax, or whether it's kind of an exhaustion. And normally, the flows are very clean if you know how to read them. I don't watch flows at all every day on Tesla. I don't care anything. A few millions of dollars, it's nothing. It's like it's retail trading as well. It's fast moving. Tesla is one of the most heavily traded options traded stocks in the market, right? So for me, I don't trade it short term at all. A handful times a year, and that's it. You guys remember, we obviously traded the glorious quarter 4 squeeze of last year. This was like a 5,000% move in a few weeks of call options. Was insane. Traded a few of the big squeezes, obviously. And just recently, we traded this massive move, which was beautiful, right? We had the higher lows as I talked about. We kind of broke the structure and trend. And yeah, and as I've said, I'm bullish Tesla. I'm long Tesla. I'm long Tesla stock. Disclaimer for what it's worth, right? But yeah, I don't care short term. Like I don't trade it at this one short term. This move paid hugely. Like options really exploded, so I traded it. It was money. All of us, Discord, you guys killed it as well. As always, great job. And that's where I'm standing here. Obviously, not care about the daily. Barely even care about the weekly. But yeah, I just think Tesla right now is at a spot where it's going to confuse a lot of people. So again, if you guys want to trade short term, obviously you can do whatever you want. But I'm not interested at all. In my opinion, it actually makes sense. Like I wouldn't be surprised if it goes below 100. And I wouldn't be surprised if it goes higher. Like, I honestly don't know, right? I'll keep it real with you guys. I don't know. I don't look at it right now. I think there are better opportunities in the market. So I'm staying long with my shares. As I've said, I was kind of a hater of Tesla for a long time, but I switched to bullish at 160. I've said I'm waiting for it. People call me crazy, but we got the 160 in quarter 2, I think it was quarter 2 of last year, 2024. So this is where I kind of went long, and I said I'm a long-term bull. That's it. Like I'm bullish Tesla, and I still am. I hold mine, and I still like Tesla. Do I think it's overvalued? Potentially, yes. Do I think it's a meme stock? Yeah, I've been saying it for years. But again, the company is an amazing company, and yeah, the valuation is very high. It's not valued like a car company, but it is kind of a car company. If you just look at the numbers, right? Don't kill me. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying right now it's based on the numbers. 70%, 70 something percent revenue comes from selling autos, right? So it's a car company. With that said, that's why I like to squeeze shorts, because they're kind of stupid. They short it like fundamentals, move it on on these time frames. So yeah, that's what I think. Do I believe it's going to be more? Of course. That's why I'm still long. Obviously, robotics, one of the biggest factors. Energy storage, obviously, more than even FSD, in my opinion. I'm a huge believer of, robots driving basically on the roads in the future. But yeah, that's where I stand. So I still like it. I still believe we see all-time high this year, 100%. So when I say that I have no idea where it goes, that's what we me saying macro. Because again, I don't trade Tesla short term. So for me, like into the next 3 to 6 months, I don't have any alpha to give you right now, to be honest. So I want to see the next big flows that enter, the next, what do we call them, the DKNG type of flows that you got to remember always that these dudes are the hundreds of millions of dollars, not the in the money. This is arbitrage. You can mostly ignore this, kind of tax related and just taking advantage of deltas being moving like a stock. Yeah, anyways, these dudes, all of them, I want to see now a new one enters. That's what I care about. And when this happens, we just can have some fun again. So it could happen in the next few weeks. We'll wait and see. All right, for now, I just don't really care what happens short term. It's also in Overland. You guys remember that I called for the 480 stop after calling for the squeeze. Then the 360 local top. Then now we liked it for a squeeze. So sometimes the key with the stock like Tesla, especially for me, only traded a handful times a year, I need to understand that 90% of the time I'll say, I don't know. So right now I'm saying, I don't know. When I do know is when I just know. Right now it's between kind of my ranges, my fibs, so it doesn't give me any alpha for an entry. So I still like it for all-time highs, But as I've said, in the macro, like 3 to 6 months, I don't know what's the strong trend, if at all, could be. So I like it as a hold. That's why I'm holding. I like it. Next, and again, there's another stock that I can talk a lot about, but we don't have time. We want to make sure we cover more stock requests. So next, SOUN. I also see we got some on this one. I think some others I saw talked about SOUN here as well. So yeah, let's do it. SOUN is another name that you guys know. Most of you guys know. I'm long the stock. I bought SOUN back here in 2024 at $4. So very happy right now. And again, it dropped pretty low here, all the way to 6 something in the tariff sell-off. Not one of the names that I added because I just felt like much better opportunities to buy in April, and we can't buy every dip. But I stayed long, so I'm happy I did, obviously. I'm also not interested in selling covered calls because, again, that's a position I want to hold. But it is a position I believe I will sell covered calls on soon. Now, SOUN obviously gave us, the SNR flip that I've talked about, but it did drop below it. That's why I call it a fugazi, because a lot of these stocks, especially high beta and growth, they're going to obviously get more volatile. And if the market pops, it's going to pop like crazy, right? Risk on and more overall degeneracy in the market. And then we obviously got the risk off when markets just sell off. It's going to sell off more. It'll give you some pain, right? So yeah, it was a heck of a trade. A lot of you guys, once again, in the Discord also liked really trading it short term. We traded this one, was a heck of a move as well. Lately, I've seen you guys talk about it a lot. Input gains, great job on SOUN. It's also trading pretty clean, to be honest. And I also talked about it, I think today on Discord VC, literally today. So here's what I got. First of all, we got these dudes. Let's see, what do we have here? What do we have? It's gotta be a roll probably into, yeah, October 30th into October 10th, right? So we won't be able to see open interest back there because it was a 0 DTE, but on this one we can see. So boom, openers on the puts and opener, opener on the calls as well. Nice, solid trade. So check out what these dudes want. They are solid fills. But yeah, I think, yeah, that's a bearish risk reversal. So this is the ones, right? What they're actually doing is shorting calls and buying puts. So this is a bearish position. Most of these risk reversals on this type of growth stocks are hedging purposes, right? Against stock positions. So it's not a directional bias unless it's just something with more time to expiration and more delta. So this time it's super low DTAs for this Friday, right? So for them, they want SOUN below 19.5 and they make money because, again, look at the premium that they got. So even if this pays them and SOUN closes below 19.5, which is now 18.9, then they made money of this trade no matter what, right? $2.75 million in their pocket, while the puts could even expire worthless. They still made money. That's being smart, right? Just hedging on both sides while making sure that the trade pays more on, if they're right, obviously, which that's what they're betting on. And that's why I'm saying there's a bit of bearish pressure, and I think it's smart. It makes sense because, again, look at the downtrend, right? All-time highs to beginning all-time highs, fib retracement into the tariff lows. And we obviously broke out every resistance as we wanted it thought. But again, 0.76, that's the last resistance. Last time you hit it, you rejected for a bit. Now you just hit it again. Closed above it, but to me it's not enough. You want to see a weekly above it, you want to see a few more days above it, you want to see strength. So short term, I wouldn't be surprised if SOUN kind of, chills a little bit soon. Even if it gives us another 1 day, 2 days grain, it's for me, risk reward, not something I would bet on. If anything, I would want downside to enter a long entry to trade, right? Like options as well on SOUN. Again, not a stock I would even sell puts on, but yeah, honestly, not even a vertical spread, whatever, can pay even a calendar if you kind of time it correctly. But in my opinion, it's so clean that you can just long calls if you go back to the green channel or kind of confirm higher lows, because this was golden pocket. So 0.786 resistance, 18.7. You need to watch it into end of week. Wouldn't be surprised, as I've said, if in October, beginning to mid-October, you see a bit of a rejection of SOUN. Again, even if it goes a bit higher, I don't care. It will reject, in my opinion, at some point. And then maybe here you can go again. But I'm not a buyer of a stock that looks like this. Like, I was a buyer here. And that's why I still like it and I'm still long. Again, it's always, these names are something that I like to buy cycle lows and hold for a few years even, while a lot of people are chasing short term. And the AI meme stock frenzy started, as I've said, last year. Now you're going to see the result of everything keeps popping. So yeah, I'm obviously still bullish. I'm still long the stock, but I also gave you some short term idea to generate from this. All right, next. Quick Tesla we did. Amazon, I like the stock, bullish. Snap, let's do a quick Snap. Very popular stock out there from retail, and I've said also about Snap that I wasn't a fan for a long time, but now finally I like it. I think Snapchat is looking good, it is looking solid. I'm not a user, I don't use Snapchat, but yeah. What I'm watching is all-time lows to all-time highs. That's the fib retracement that I got. Not as clean, but you know, it's something. It's something. In terms of levels, right? Golden Pocket, I did like what I saw here, so yeah. Not something I would trade short term, but I honestly can't argue with long in Snap here. Dark pools were super heavy on at $8, and I think this was a selling climax into a bottom in August, which means Snapchat looks like it's in accumulation. Flows are moving different on Snapchat. It's a different type of stock because of how it's structured. So you gotta understand that you'll see a plenty of call buyers, and it's not like on other names that, you know, they want the move right away or something. It's more of, it's different anyway. So just keep that in mind. It's more accumulation. You gotta be more patient with Snapchat. And to me, yeah, it's definitely looking much better right now. You can even say maybe like this, right? Even short term, kind of giving you a solid cup and handle look here on the daily. So yeah, I think Snap is looking great, truly. The thing is, I actually think it's even more interesting more than short-term upside. I think there's an actual. Let's see quick if we can find something. I wonder if we had any new dark pools. It's been a minute since I looked. $120 million at 8.16. Look at this from September 19. So is this the ones that I posted? No, but it's pretty close. September 19. From here. Oh yeah, okay, cool. A few cents above it. So this was a earlier dark pool, same thing. You see a dark pools, liquidity 80 here with a lot of volume. That's a Fugazi, selling climax, you see? Because it sold off below their level, but it claimed back the dark pool level. And now on the daily, that's the daily. And to me, I'll barely look on a daily unless, again, I have a position or I want the position or I kind of watching as I am now. So yeah, I think Snap is looking good here. I like Snap here. And that's that. You got in terms of levels, 8.9 call it. It's the 0.786. In my opinion, once you break this, you go all the way to 13, 14, which is the golden pocket once again. And from there, who knows, right? You want to see reaction on at golden pocket. It's a big move if and when it happens. But Snap, that's Snap. Next. MBLY. Again, BMNR, as I've said, it's you I just talked about, right? But BMNR, we have the Kersdal short report, which is hilarious. Every time they short a stock, we joke in the Discord that it's time to kind of go into it, right? But yeah, it's kind of a proxy of ETH, so I'm not. We traded it multiple times. It's just, yeah. Anyways, let's see what's next. MBLY. Okay, let's talk MBLY. So I'm long MBLY. Right? I posted about it on X as well. Discord, you guys know, kind of updated everything, plan and everything, but also posted about it on X that I believe this is the false breakout, and that's it. It's time after compressing here in golden pocket area. And yeah, solid day today, 3%. Nothing crazy, but let me switch weekly because I don't really watch daily. Yeah, it gave me what I wanted, right? The golden pocket is upset, so I'm bullish, I'm long. I have calls expiring mid next year, I believe, even. So it's not too much time, but it's not a low DT contract. Like I have 8-9 months, whatever, to expiration. So yes, I like MBLY for many reasons. Not much to add besides that. I think we had a false breakout, which is very healthy to see on a stock like this, because the second one could be the real one, right? After obviously rejecting this obvious downtrend that began in December 2023, rejected June 2024, rejected again in January of this year. and then the false breakout was just now, a few months ago in the summer, and now I believe you're going into something nice. Now, in terms of the flows, let's see quick. I also think we looked at it this week in the Discord, but let's see quick if I missed anything. October 31st, 10 open interest into 6,500 volume, and then 6,500 new open interest. It's crazy. But also 120 grand only. Pretty widespread as well. Easily could be buyers. I could break it down and look more like if I look at the actual flow in Greeks, but we don't have time for that. It doesn't really matter in my opinion. Let's cross trade. Slightly in the money, 54 delta. You see, yeah, it could be a long struggle, to be honest. May. Oh. All right. That's nice. We do have some bears still on this name, which I like seeing personally. Where 10 grand is probably going to be a lot of you degens. I mean, I'm a degen as well, not obviously all joking, but, well, not really a degen, but you know what I mean. Sometimes. Anyways, accumulation here obviously started with the $1.9 million traded, then 600,000, almost all translated into new open interest on a newly created contract for November, which I like because they accumulated September 2 months out. That's as directional as can be. And they added here. So everyone's been adding, and these dudes never closed. $11 calls for November. They're in the money, deep in the money even. And in my opinion, that's a position. Instead of buying shares, they just buying the money calls. Smart. So yes, that's MBLY. I like it. I think it looks great. Short term, 16.8 resistance. But to me, to be honest, I would kind of look at this reverse to break downtrend. And then the real resistance comes at 18 area. But again, this is a trend that if you break, MBLY could get all the way to the 20s, 25.32, which was a big, you see, level, big demand level. Could be maybe supply, could maybe even flip it. That's almost double where you're at right now. So again, we'll get there when it, obviously in the Discord, we follow it a lot, post flow, update about the chart and everything. So we'll see with time. But yeah, not one of those stocks that I feel too confident of just predicting a year out or a few months out. It's more about right now, I like this stock, I'm long, and we'll go from there. We'll adjust to more. So that's that. Next. Okay, well, freaking it's 30 minutes of video already. So we don't have too much time. Quick, 4 likes. I did QS, I talked about it. I think it looks very interesting. I like the sector. XPV, obviously China. I said a lot of tanks in Chinese, and that's it. I'm still long the shares, but all the amazing trade I had on China I sold already. XPV I'm still long, by the way, but I just don't have any options positions. Okay. Options positions on China. I mean, it paid really big. Snap again. Yeah, I remember that we saw it again, so we covered it. Unity covered. Airlines now on strong watch for us. Airlines, strong watch. What else? All the bots here. My goodness. MicroStrategy will BTC pumping RN keeping up. Yeah, well, MicroStrategy is not an ETF, right? Like it's not a. It's a leveraged corporate vehicle. That's how I like to call it. It's a leveraged proxy of Bitcoin, right? So, you know, it's not a spot NAV. It's not going to move together. I say it all the time. It's MicroStrategy coin. They don't really move with the cycle of Bitcoin. On the macro they do, but really not on the short term. So you got to read the cycles. Also, another one that I really enjoy trading lately, MicroStrategy, but just, yeah, you got to understand they don't move with MicroStrategy doesn't move with Bitcoin one-on-one. It doesn't work this way, right? You usually got the dealers that roll every time. This was a great short entry. Looks like not a big move, but it's paid big time because of the huge capitulation here. 12% after more downside. So short entry was amazing. The long was good. The recent long was actually solid. Was a bit, you know, price action was a bit off lately maybe. But yeah, that's what I got anyway. This channel, Golden Pocket. Let's talk if it's below 320. I might go again to trade it. I liked it here. but for now it's kind of, I want to wait. I'm not a fan of no offense, I'm not a fan of Michael Saylor. I'm not a fan of the micro strategy kind of playbook, but that's just me. I like trading the stock. I don't put my emotions or my thoughts on the stock always with how I trade it. So that's that. And again, I just show you quick so you can see the levels. If it gives you anything, 320 could be an entry, but I'm waiting for another another level to kind of hit, because I already have the flows. So I just want to see where the liquidity sits, because you're in nowhere land. 0.5 is not a real fib. It's not a Fibonacci level, right? So you got a big range here. 0.32 broke down beautifully. Golden Pocket gave a trade. So give me again. It's also going to be with the channel of this downtrend that I have. So if you retest this, we can talk micro strategy again for a long. But long term, I think it could go higher. Honestly, not a fan, so I don't care. Also, another one that I got a lot of hate, like in 2021 when I talked about the meme frenzy. The amount of hate I got, my goodness. At least I hope I could help some people with my thoughts on the AMC and all of those. Yeah, not to hold them, not all the cycle bros and all the charts going to the moon. My goodness. I try to be nice, but again, I also try to help everyone. TTD, the trade desk, I'm long TTD. Gotta pick some that I've looked lately already, and I know, not just stocks that I need to now break down and look at like nothing. But yeah, not much to it. TTD, the trade desk, for many reasons. Don't have too much time right now to break all of them, but yeah, it's on log we actually got a double bottom from golden zone, which is between golden ratio to 0.5, right? We hit it on tariff lows, then once again, so that's where we like the entry at golden zone. I still like it. I'm still long TTD personally. The traders, I understand that it's very volatile, but yeah, pretty green already. I just still like it, and I got this dark pool level is solid, but 58, call it, kind of this big level to watch next. From there, 81. So this is why I'm saying, like, you also got this. Oh, you got the gaps. Yeah. Anyways, we'll look at flows more in the Discord in the next few days, actually. I think it's time. Wait, didn't we just post it on Discord? Oh, right. Yeah. Right. Okay, so I did take some profit on TTD, but I'm still long. That's what I remember. I'm still long. I still have calls even. A bit longer dated, but I still have calls on TTD. Yeah, I like it. I still like TTD, the trade desk. So I'm still in. It just hit kind of my resistance, which I'm not even sure which fib cycle ahead. I think I removed it, but it hit my resistance yesterday. But I said I think it's very short term, so we'll see later on. Could probably go higher. Maybe we can look quick. Don't have much time here, but let's see what do we got. TTD. Cross trade bid side, yeah, way over the money though. $80 puts, $7.6 million. I think we posted this on Discord today, but if we didn't, I'll check. I'm gonna post it and we'll analyze it. You wanna watch open interest tomorrow? Just trust the data, right? Instead of speculating now. But $80 puts for March 2026 traded today. Obviously, look at the volume relation to OI. Unusual. The money almost $8 million. So that's big. And based on the fills, these could absolutely be put sellers in the money. Put writers, my goodness. Watching open interest tomorrow, and we'll go from there. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I still have some TTD the trade desk, so I think it looks interesting, definitely. DraftKings, we got some members that actually just longed it yesterday. Maybe bottom, maybe not. We'll have to see. But yeah, today was just a strong day overall, so we can't look at this as an anomaly, right? But DraftKings, the Donkey Kong, right? Look at him. He's just at a very, very interesting spot here. Look at the weekly. I really like how the weekly is forming, so I want to see how the weekly closes. But I like DraftKings. I think it's kind of getting very ready for a reversal, and I like the fact that there's a bad narrative, a bearish narrative about gambling going down because of the prediction markets. Cool. Okay, that's how it is. The narrative is gonna be louder after the sell-offs. And look at this climax. So yeah, Again, potential higher lows here on DraftKings, and there's a lot of accumulation in deep buyers and bullish flows on DraftKings already. So that's what I'm saying. It's more than just the story. It's more than just the chart that you can obviously see. Right now you bounced from 0.786, so 32.8. That's your support. But as of now, you got higher lows on the macro. So DraftKings, the Donkey Kong. Let's bring you here. Thumbs up for the Donkey Kong, DraftKings. Interesting where it is. A few weeks from now, even DraftKings. Very interesting. Maybe even less. I guess time will tell. All right, I think that's it, my good people. Obviously, we did Unity. Yeah. All right. I mean, I could talk a lot about names that I wanted to talk about, some solid trades that I think there are out there, and some overall market takes and everything, but I don't know if, I don't know. I feel like it could get a bit too long, even though VC streams on the Discord are usually even longer than that, almost an hour. But still, I feel like it's, I need to drink some water today. Spoke for a few hours already on streams. So that's that here. I hope you guys, I'm trying to even throw some to help you guys with oh, I see HR. We were on this from $3. RXRX, yeah. Oh, laser, God, my goodness, all the names here. Anyways, nice. So that's it, my good people. I appreciate you guys for watching as always. Thank you. And again, let me know if you truly like this video. You gotta let me know, my good people. You gotta either comment, like, whatever you want, but at least let me know that you like it so I can do more of them in the future. And with that being said, appreciate you for watching. Much love. Enjoy the markets because they're amazing right now. Have fun out there. And I will end with a bit of what we call in the Discord Orlando Rant, right? Sometimes I like doing them. So I've been pretty vocal about where I think we are in the cycle of the market. Right? We can't really nail it on the day. Like I'm not trying to even say that I nailed it on the day when it comes to the overall market, because I don't, right? I'm not even trying to. It's not the way I trade. I'm a swing trader, and I'm more patient in my approach. If I see trading opportunities, short term or day trading even, I'll take them. But I want to swing size and swing money more patiently and sleep better at night. So the thing is this, as you guys know, we called the selling climax in beginning of the year. Tariff was the excuse, the tariff sell-off. Like to buy the dips. End of March, beginning of April, especially in May, after confirming everything looked amazing. So again, I'm very bullish on the markets overall, but you got to understand, in my opinion, that's a late stage expansion. So I don't want to sound like a doomer, because I'm really not. I just follow the flows and I just listen to the markets, to commodities, to the energy cycles, to everything that I see in the markets. This is going to continue, in my opinion. Okay, that's the point. It's going to continue for months, for a year, maybe even 2 years. I don't know. In my opinion, somewhere in 2026, though, markets are going to flip bad. Now, what I mean by that is there's still always something to buy, right? There's always something worth buying, and that's what I want to say. Don't get used right now too much to trading short term. I know it's very fun, and again, I always tell it to my Discord as well. I see them posting like, you know, crazy gains and year-to-date gains, and I love it. I love seeing everyone making money and retail wins in the markets, but you can't get used to trading low DTE options and weekly, and you just can't. You can't. Like, trust me, I've been there before, right? And I got to a point where I trade for a living because I swing. So I think for me, you know, after 2018, that kind of bamboozled me. 2021, I always talk about it, right? How I actually was very bearish on the market, but I shorted it too early in 2021 in Q4, but before more upside happened. And I lost money on the shorts, but I instead flipped it and went super heavy long energy. And that really paid big, because it's the only sector that went up when everything else went down, right? When we had 2022 and the markets, obviously that's SPX went down. I was very bullish on energy, right? In 2022, obviously XLE went up. I had some stocks again that I like in the specific oil and energy. It was more oil than even just energy. But again, that's the point. There's always a bull market somewhere, and just don't fall in love in this idea of easy money, quote unquote easy money, and low DTE options. And again, you don't have to listen to me. You can do what you want, obviously, but I just tell it to my Discord all the time. So that's also anyone who've been thinking about joining us, guys. Again, we have an established community, everything from professional to amateur to more experienced to less experienced. Good vibes, good energies. Really, everyone's helping each other, and we all good if someone's new and asking questions, and we all help each other all the time, and we all want to see everyone's wins, and that's why we all share what we want to do and what we do, and share positions, share wins, and share losses. And but it's a very kind of a mature Discord community, very different, right? It's not, no one's going to tell you what to buy, what to sell. So just please, if you join if you are patient, and if you have, I mean, when we open, I mean, right, when the Discord is open, because it's most of the time closed, but I believe we'll open again soon. So yeah, it's that's what I just wanted to say, right, guys? That if you want to join our community, just the mentality is the most important thing. Long-term success. That's what we're here for. We don't care about a good day or a good week. All we care about is about a good year. Every time we want to end the year perfectly good. You got some people who overtrade every day, but they barely even beat the S&P on the year. So what are we even doing here? It's not a gambling game. It's, you gotta look at it as a business, and that means also understanding the cycles. So it doesn't mean don't use risk at all, but it means understand risk. So now it's a great time to add, not to add. It's literally all-time highs right now, in kind of gapping up higher as I speak right now, pre-market. But I mean, after hours on SPOs and futures. But the point is, it's a great time to have risk, right? Stonks and growth stocks and speculative names, 100%. But you can't do it low DTE, weeklies, options every time on this, because then you'll get used to this mentality later on. All right, so again, much love, everyone. Appreciate you for watching. And I'll see you all on X. Peace out.